it checked. Whether you, so these neck muscles get tense. When these get to flow, blood basically brings oxygen to your scalp. It nourishes your scalp. So you want to, my Instagram is abienergy.22. Everything was, all my platforms were the same name, Abi Energy 22. But I couldn't use that because, you know, I'm trying to get it back. So maybe later we can, some prayers would be helpful. But I just chose abienergy.22. There are people who impersonate me on Instagram, but I use the same profile pic that I had before, so it would be easy. And if you were DMing me before, remember, those DMs are probably all gone. Connection is choppy. Connection better. Oh, thank you. Blood cell trying to fight off a virus, or an old infection, just frozen. Am I still frozen? Am I still frozen? Yes, no, maybe so. Am I still frozen? Okay, great. So think of like when you get herpes. There's different types of herpes. Once you get herpes, that virus is always inside of your body. But your body and your immune system keep it at check. It's only when you're super stressed that you might have an outbreak. Like when I was going through very stressful, I got like the shingles, which is a form. Okay, so don't be in fear. I don't want you to be in fear. Obviously, you know, God is greater than anything. You want to know one of my fears? Is when I was 20, I lost a lot of my teeth. Don't ask me how. I grew up very malnourished. My parents didn't care if I brushed my teeth. They just had too many kids and their own life to deal with. So I never brushed my teeth, and my parents didn't care if I drank soda all day long, you know? So by the time I was 20, I was losing teeth. They were literally falling out of my mouth. So then I had to get implants. And I've heard, you know, if you go down the rabbit hole, there's so many negative things about implants, but I try not to think about that because God is greater than anything. And if you just give your body what it needs. So for you, anybody who has high lymphocytes or high white blood cells, that is an indicator that your body is fighting some ongoing virus, or maybe a low-grade infection. Maybe it's an old root canal that's slowly leaking, dripping toxins. Maybe it's, so in the meantime, what you can do is there's something called monolaurin. Monolaurin, it's derived from coconut. It's kind of like a binder. It's like a natural antibiotic. You can take, not every day because it's very strong, you can take oil of oregano maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Okay. You can take something like Shilajit that will definitely not only help cleanse you but also nourish you at the same time. Monolaurin is great for fungus, candida. It's spelled MONLAURIN, like mono and then laurin, the name Lauren. And it's just a powder form that you get, and you would, you know, follow the directions on the package how to take it. Okay, so monolaurin is something you can look into as well. Did the Shilajit help you with anything else? Did you notice anything else with it, like energy, maybe your libido? Did you notice anything else? Maybe your iron levels got better. Hi. Don't fear, don't live in fear. You know, there's so many things we could fear. Not helping and scared to do chronic constipation. I don't know what your diet's like. Are you eating more fiber? Are you hydrating? Are you hydrating with electrolytes? Um, I would, maybe go see a Chinese acupuncturist, and they can tell on your tongue. Maybe you have some sort of inflammation in the, but if it's chronic, there's also something that's a little more extreme, but it's called I don't know the name, but I just know if you type in oxygen gut supplements, they're kind of like OxyClean for your gut. They're made of hydrogen, oxygen. I don't really remember. I can kind of look it up here. And it basically goes out and cleanses out the gut. Now, what I did, and I tell my clients to do sometimes in most extreme cases, and I did it myself, I would never tell, is I did coffee enemas for 2 years of my life, and it was wonderful. It really, really, I had a lot of gut issues, and that really helped me. And in fact, I might start doing it again once or twice a week, just because I feel like this. I'm just trying to look. This mold, it kind of did something to my gut. I haven't done the PRP yet. Should I do? It's always good. I'm a fan of getting tested. It's always good to get tested. There, it's always good to get tested. I've done a colonoscopy many years ago, because before I knew much about health. Oh, it's chlorine. Okay, choline. Okay. Um, ever since I got, yeah. Um, don't be scared. I don't know much. I hear pine. I don't want to talk much about that topic, or they're going to take this account down too. See, that thing just popped up. But look into pine tea, PINT, and go down that rabbit hole. Okay. Discolored. What color are we talking about? Yellow or green? I'm freezing. Am I freezing? Am I freezing? Let me get the name for you right now. I think, yeah, oxygen gut supplements. If you choose to go on Amazon, just make sure that the Amazon supplier, the brand, actually sells on Amazon, or else it's fake. There's a lot of fake companies. So just make sure pine tea, and type in that word. What were we talking about, Cynthia? Sorry, is it freezing now, or is it better? Is the Wi-Fi better? Yeah, just pine tea, exactly. Okay, I think I just had to move. Okay, we're not going to try to. That tea is good for the thing that happened in 2020, that people had to get the shot. They say that it can help get it out of your body. I don't know much, and I don't want to talk about it much, because then, um, it's one of those things. So that's what it's supposed to do. If you wanted to, I wish I could make videos about these things, but you really have to. You can't. That's why I do one-on-one with clients, and we can talk about whatever, whenever. H. pylori, I had H. pylori. Look into mastic gum, and you want to get a I actually have a guide for H. pylori, and if you, after this, follow my Instagram, Abi Energy. I made a new Instagram. Can you make it on Insta? No, because apparently they took that account down too. I had almost, I don't know, 600,000 followers. I worked on it for 8 years. But more importantly, I had a lot of clients, and my DMs would go back 7 years with them. I don't know why I want to cry. Uh, so I had people that I would have DMs with, relationship DMs, reaching out, telling me their stories, going back 7 years. So that was really hurtful. But let's hope and pray. I know you have mold toxicity. Um, well, one way is you lived in mold. Is it linked? Faith, I was going to link it today. By the grace of God, we did. Okay, the reason I haven't linked it is because my husband knows people in the government sector, and those people have a real life person, so we were able to get a person and email them. So let's pray by the grace of God that we get through to a person and they give me back my account. So that's why I haven't linked it. But if you just go to Instagram and type in Abi Energy .22, I will be there. That's why I'm just trying to, I was like, hopefully I don't have to go and link it. And we got through to beautiful people, relationships in the DMs going back many, many years. Pictures, private, people reach out to me, and I've always been helpful. Um, but I think, hi, Abby, hi. H. pylori. H. pylori is a gut bacteria, yeah, that can definitely feed off your iron and make you anemic. H. pylori is one of those bacteria that feeds off of our iron to survive. .22. Hi, Bacon. .22. They took away that Instagram. They took it away. I still get down about it here and there, but it's a new day. Worst things that can happen. You just see an acupuncturist. Yes, thank you. If you guys after this live can go give it some support. I've always been, how many people, I'm just curious, how many people, wild pine needle tea. Thank you. And go please read the reviews. How many people were following my old Instagram account and noticed how active I was? If you had an ongoing conversation with me, just give me a thumbs up. Because I always would respond as much as I could. Yeah. So I had some people for 7 years that I would like. A Corella versus Spirulina. I like Corella better. Spirulina tends. And what's really crazy is when you open up a new account, they immediately shut it down because your IP address is basically blocked. So luckily I had an old account that I would use for family and friends. I just kind of turned that into my new account because you can't even open up a new account. So I had a follower find me. She's like, I noticed that you weren't posting, and I noticed that I didn't unfollow you. And I don't know, I read her message and I cried. I was like, she went out of her way to look for me. And she's like, because I remember me and her would speak from time to time for the last 7 years. So we'll see what happens. By the grace of God, I did get a human email, a connection. So hopefully she comes through. Her name, all I know is her name is Kaylee. So Kaylee, if you're listening, please help. I couldn't find your name on there. ABI Energy .22. It's not on there. Did you guys take a quick look? Ugh, I hope they didn't take that. Cellcore is wonderful. Yeah, a Cellcore is wonderful. It's a little pricey, and you can't just go on their website. I don't know if they changed it. You have to go through a practitioner, but Cellcore is wonderful supplement. You found it, great. Yay, yeah, I'm up there. I was like, did they take away that one too? So we'll see what happens. So how do you know if you have mold? If you've lived in mold, chances are you will have some, like, so mold will affect different people differently. Some it affects people more, and that's based on a genetic coding that you have, and I forgot the name. It sounds like something robotic. So some people are affected more than others. For my husband, he got bloating and he got dandruff. So fungus is a dandruff, mold is a fungus. For me, I got severe bloat and sinus issues. So I just got out of the sauna, and I took a binder. You can see I'm a little stuffy, because the mold is now like, I'm now that I don't live in mold, I'm just trying to bring it to the surface. The one for me, it's kind of stuck in my gut, and I'm just kind of sweating it out. And it's a long process. It's like long wins the race. So I try to get in the sauna daily now, and that's, thank you so much for your support. It really, really, really means a lot. It's you and my clients that help give me the motivation to. So yeah, Cynthia. So what you'd want to do, you can get is apple pectin is wonderful. If you can afford, there's a mold detox by Cellcore. It won't let me follow. What? What is it telling you? That's weird. What is it telling you? If you can afford their Cellcore, which is a little expensive, but definitely worth it. But you definitely, whatever protocol regimen, whether it be apple pectin, you need to pair it with sauna. You need to get. Now, I also believe doing enemas is great, but I would never talk about that on here. I might start doing them as well. Katrina, why won't it let you follow? I'm a little curious. What is it saying? What is crazy though is like there's so many weird accounts that I don't know. Hmm, that's weird. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. How's everybody feeling today? Tell me, how are you feeling? I want to know, like, how are you feeling? Happy, sad, anxious? Did you also feel like the last month or two has been a roller coaster of weird emotions? People from the past coming up, uh, almost like purging. You need to approve. Hmm. I don't know. I will check it later, my dear. That is weird. I don't know. Last night, Halloween, so anxious. Yeah, Halloween, little anxious for sure. So the energy is definitely a little off. I'm happy, sick, feeling much better. Somebody asked, hibiscus tea is definitely high in vitamin C, but I would just add in black seed oil, which I'm giving my son. He will be coughing, and as soon as we give that, it just kind of helps the inflammation in your respiratory. Black seed oil is great. It's not a supplement. Treat it like an antibiotic. And if you have an infection, maybe you can do a few drops of oil, oregano, and bee propolis. It's or bee pollen. We have bee pollen up on our website, but yeah. Yes, my ex from 20 years ago came strong in my mind. Yeah. So basically, I think we're going into a new timeline. That's what they say, and we're just letting go a lot of the old. Okay, Katrina, try to do that, and let's see what happens. Yeah, black seed oil. Whenever you are sick, anybody in your family has a cough, fever, black seed oil is amazing. Like, just, it's amazing. It's actually an Islamic remedy. Most people don't know that. That's the Prophet used to take it back then when they didn't have medicine. That's what they would use, is some of these remedies. So I'm just on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. I'm doing it on YouTube as well, so I can upload them to YouTube if you guys want to watch it later. But um, I am so proud of us because I believe, we are the generation that is definitely more conscious. We're definitely more aware. We definitely are better thinkers. We're not just going, I mean, everybody in this community is definitely awake, or you wouldn't be watching me. You'd be like, okay, this chick's crazy. But we're aware of our thoughts. We won't allow people to put us in a corner anymore. And it might happen for a little bit, but we love ourselves. We love ourselves enough. We love that little child inside of us enough to be like, I don't want to, I'm not going to put you through that anymore. But I'm sure that and you and me We have been through hell and back, and it's only made us stronger. I know, I can just feel everybody on here has been through hell and back, and it's only made them stronger. And that period that you went through, that was probably early 2000. I'm getting again 2016-ish to 2020. If I was right, give me a heart. That is when you're sick. When you have like my son has a fever and he has a little bit of a chest cold. So that's what we're giving him right now is black seed oil. I mix it in the honey. I mix it in the honey for him, he's 2.5, so he can have honey, and a little bit of. I don't have the oil of oregano. Um, you could use clove oil as well. You could use clove oil as well if you wanted to. Yeah, maybe we've been through a few divorce, few relationships. Maybe we no longer cut off toxic people in our life. Not toxic. I don't think people are toxic. I think people are weak. I don't want to call them toxic. Hi. Because weak people hurt others. And I think some people are just hurt than others. I don't like to think of people as, cruel. I mean, definitely there are cruel people, but at the end of the day, they're coming from a place of lack. Maybe they weren't giving the love as a child, or I don't know. But there is something called your higher self, your higher conscience, and the more you're connected to nature and God, the more you will have compassion. Oh my God, Luz, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine. And nothing will. The pain does ease, but that pain, that hole, that love that you once had, it's gonna be there. But I know that our loved ones are waiting for us on the other side. I know this for a fact. If I've had dreams about it. You know what's the 2 years, you said 2016, 2019. Typically broken heart syndrome, when a spouse, one or the other, or a parent loses, God forbid, a child, or because it sometimes happens, they always say it's like a 2-year thing. Broken heart syndrome. But I know that they're waiting. They do say when we pass on to the next realm, our loved ones are there to greet us. And if you've had any rainbow babies that you've lost before you were able to birth them, they too are waiting for you. These that, they too are waiting for you. I thought that was very sweet. Yeah, broken heart syndrome is definite. They wanted each other, they needed each other, and they're together right now. And I feel like you can always find comfort in that. My parents are, by the grace of God, still alive. My father's a little older, but my mother's she's not that, she had me at 19. My parents are about 25 years apart, so my father's a little older. But my father definitely is a young man at heart. He has way more energy than my mom. So age doesn't mean anything. Your age doesn't mean anything. If my mother's one of those hypochondriacs that wants to always identify with her illness and sickness, and I'm as soon as you, like, some people love to talk about their pain and their sickness, and my thyroid, my hypo, so sometimes, and I know sometimes she maybe does it for attention, but my father, even though he is diabetic type 1, he will never ever go, oh, I don't feel good. He will physically make himself get out of bed, dresses like nice clothes. I think the way you think about yourself also has a lot to do with your body. My mom is yeah. Well, you can take comfort in knowing they're together, and hopefully, not anytime soon, but one day we're all, we might be together in the next realm, hanging out, having coffee. They do say like the people you interacted with in this world, you get to see them in the next world, and that is always kind of cool. I just wish like somebody could come back and tell us like, yeah, it's true. But I do believe, if you guys want to hear a story, I had a dear cousin that I was very close to. Um, and his best friend passed away. His best friend passed away on a motorcycle on the railroad tracks. His motorcycle, in Germany, they have these fast trains. They're like super fast. So he thought he could make it, and somehow his motorcycle got stopped and the train hit him and he passed away. So at the time we were like 18 years old maybe, and I know this is gonna sound so off because I would never do this today, but my cousin was like, oh, let's contact him, let's use the Ouija board, I just want to know if he's okay. You know, he was grieving. So we went ahead and used the Ouija board, and I do think that thing has bad energy. I would never ever recommend doing it. I don't do it anymore. I would never do it again anymore. You're inviting weird entities, because at some point that thing was just moving on its own. It freaked us out. We put it away. Fast forward, I would say 10 years later, um, they had found, so basically he got into drugs. Unfortunately, he had a rough childhood, and as many do, they tend to go to substances to numb that pain. And his mother was super religious, so he one day came home and he's like, Mama, I saw two men dressed in white, and they're like, are you going to choose the right path? And he asked, what's the right path? And they just disappeared. So in his last few days, or why is there pain and suffering? You know, he was trying to find answers. He was seeking. So they, I guess, had found his body along a railroad track. We don't know what he was doing there, why he was there. We have no idea, but we do know that he fell and he hit his head on a rock. And it was very sudden. He was only 27. We were the same age. He would have been 43 today. So it really hit me hard, because when it's somebody your age and you grew up with playing, it's almost like a shock. And his passing is what got me closer to God, because I was like, you know, I could go anytime, and I want to have a relationship with you, Lord. I want to know you in this world. And I want you to have that one-on-one. But I was still very sad. And one day he came to my dream. There's some dreams you will never, ever, ever, ever forget. And those are the dreams that have a lot of meaning. The dreams that you can just, and he told me, I'm happy. I'm really, really, really happy. And you need to learn to let go. And I was fine. And because of his passing, everybody in his home became closer to the Lord. They're a lot better. They don't fight as much. It's like almost like that toxicity went away. They grew up in a household with a drunken dad that used to come and, you know, do the mom in front of them. And it was almost like his passing just brought a lot of peace, as weird as that is. So that is my confirmation that our loved ones are in a better place. I hope I didn't bore you with that story. I hope I didn't bore you with that story, but it was yeah. But I would never ever recommend playing with that Ouija board. It is scary. You don't know what you're inviting into your home, and once you play with it, I think, yeah. What would you eat first trimester? Well, that's a question you have to ask yourself. I thought I would be super, super, super healthy. But the reality was, I couldn't look at vegetables. The thought of vegetables creeped me out, but I enjoyed steak. So I ate a lot of steak. Yeah, um, it's hard, but like our loved ones, sometimes you can ask her a sign. You can ask her for a sign. Ask her for a sign, and it might be a joke between you two. Just she might come to your dream, but she's there, and our loved ones are around us, and they're in a peaceful. Just like I lost Baba G. Most remember I had a healer, Baba G. Um, he passed away in June. It was really hard. I went to go see him in the hospital, and but the last time I saw him before that, I feel like he knew he was going to leave because he kept telling me, he grabbed my hand and he's like, you have a responsibility to humanity and yourself and to God to be the best person you are, and always do right, whatever that is. Always choose the right path, be nice, be good, be humble. It was almost like he was saying, and I knew in my heart, I was like, this is the last time I'm going to see him. You know, you just know. And he was in the hospital. I feel like he wanted to go. uh he was in a coma, uh and I went to go say my goodbye, and he passed away a week later. My dream, and he was, all I can say is, he it looked like he was living in an enchanted forest. So if you guys want to talk a little bit about the afterlife, we can. But I mean, just give me a heart. We can change this topic. But uh, I have read a little bit about certain things. And right now, nobody's really in heaven or Hell. They're in something called purgator purgatory. So basically, it's almost like in a dreamlike state. They're in a dreamlike state. And that dream, that place they are, their resting place, can either be, yes, and your pets also have soul contracts with you. And I can tell you a story about that. They do. Your pets also choose you just as much as you choose them. Those souls choose you. So your soul is either resting in peace, and it's a beautiful dream, and it's just like, or it's in a nightmare. The people who were evil, to say. So it's either resting, and basically, and this goes back to there's a three monotheistic religions. There's Judaism, which came first, then Christianity, and then Islam. And we all believe in one God. We might have different understandings of Jesus or Moses, but at the end, it's all tied to we're descendants of Adam and Eve, good and, heaven, hell. But basically, if you're a beautiful soul, and you did good, you were good to animals, good to your neighbors, good to your family, then when you pass on, you're in a beautiful dream, and nobody's really in heaven and hell until the day we're judged, and that's when they blow the horn. That's in Judaism. Maybe you've seen it. The same thing in Islam. The Christians have the bell, and so when that day comes, then everybody who's ever grazed this earth will be risen and be judged, and that's like your scales of justice. We believe, and I don't talk much about religion, but in Islam they believe everybody's born with two angels, good angel, bad angel, and they write everything good you've done, everything from like smiling at somebody, saying hello, to everything bad you've done. And those books are weighed and based, the good outweighs the bad. Now, somebody asked, well, if God loved us, why would we go to Hell? Why would we have to suffer? And the response was that, there's a mosquito. So we have a body, a mind, a soul, right? your body, because if your body doesn't have a mind, it doesn't really operate either. So your body you nurture with the foods, you connect it to nature. Your mind you nurture with knowledge, but your soul, that light, can only be nurtured with God. Now, God is whatever. God is a love. Your relationship, how you want to see God, that is unique to you. God can be seen in the sun or felt in the nature, or so basically they said if you didn't choose light in this world, love and light, then you're forced to be cleansed through the fire, which will cleanse you in the next world. And then when you're cleansed of your darkness that you had, you then get to enter the pearly gates. So that made a little bit of sense to me. Is this a little too deep? I don't know how we got into this topic, but if it, no, it's fine here.
The things.
Oh yeah, go get they're in a fox closet at the bottom. Um, okay, if it's a little, so so basically that's what it was, and it made sense that God. So our pets basically choose us, and they come to our lives during. Um, for instance, most people don't know I had an ex for many years. We were together, and before it was a beautiful breakup. We are still, lots of love and respect. And there was he hated cats. He hated cats. There was a street cat that came, and little by little he fell in love with this cat. And I knew when I left it would be very hard, but this cat was what kept, brought him love. Uh, so it wasn't until he was in a better place the cat was able to pass away. So certain animals, they come into your life when you're sick or whenever. They choose you just as much as you choose them, and their job is to help heal you, because we're humans. We're of the highest consciousness, and then it's animals, because uh, animals too can choose between good and bad. There are some animals, believe it or not, who are very evil. They are aggressive, and they choose to be that way. So animals, just like humans, can choose, but the way we are supposed to, as human beings, respect animals, and the way you slaughter an animal has to be done in a specific way. That's why they have kosher halal, because that animal, you raise an animal, has to be done a certain way. Oh my God. Okay. How do you take this off? Okay, there you go. Ah. Okay, it's too. Do you think all humans had the option to choose to be here on Earth and live in physical form?
Wait, you need to
Um,
move it up the side. There's
the
a
side?
thing.
So what my understanding is yes, and fragments of our
Wait,
soul.
there's on the side. It's
What?
the side.
What?
Move. Move. Get up. Move.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sit down.
So there's fragments of your soul that actually belong to somebody else at one point, if that makes sense, like tiny, tiny
Why are we
fragments.
talking about these things?
I don't know, it just went into that, and it's kind of fascinating. So that's why sometimes you meet somebody and you feel like you have an instant connection, like you've known them your whole life. That's because maybe at one point there's a fragment of your soul that was married to a fragment of his soul, like maybe in the 1900s. So yes, we do choose to come back, not really like reincarnate, but my husband's really into this stuff, but yes, your soul did choose to come here, and your soul chose to be here during a specific time. And for us, this time that we're living in, every generation has had its own obstacles it's gone through. Every single generation. If you think about it, the first generations, they had every single generation has gone through injustice, but different forms. So for some, maybe was freedom of choice. For us today, it's our food is crappy, the quality of life is crappy, our water is crappy, our air quality is crappy. And as a result, we're getting weaker and sicker, and we're not living as optimal humans should live. Optimal humans should be growing their own food, roaming around in nature, but in today's world, we really can't do that. We're forced to work. I do think that will change in the future. Love, what are you doing with that? Okay. Is it the same with all? Some people come into your life and to give you lessons, to force you to a dark place, and that dark place will help you either look up or down. And there's only one way. Once you're down, there's one way out, it's up, or you can continue going down, but going down that road. But yes, some people are there for a lesson, and some people are there for a lifetime, and some people are there for different chapters. It really all depends also on you. Are you going to be the same person, or do you choose to vibrate? How do we choose to vibrate? It's better choices, what we do with our time, what we choose to listen to, what we choose to put in our bodies, who we choose to surround. Everything has energy. Everything has energy. So based on that energy, it puts you on a vibrational level. That's why when some people choose to become sober, they can't hang out with the old people they were hanging out with. It won't work, because you used to get together and do and do things that you're no longer aligned with. Okay, are we done, love? Yay, thank you. Can I just have a dandelion root tea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this?
Yes, it's good. So that was our little how do you overcome jealousy? You have to ask yourself, why are you jealous? And what is it that they have that is making you jealous? And if I were you, I would talk to that little girl inside and be like, why are you feeling a lack? Why do you feel that they have something you don't? Just comfort that little girl. Like the other day, I was really upset, and I just told myself, you know, you're strong, you're smart, you're beautiful. I tell myself that. We will talk like that to our babies and our child, our pets, our friends, but we sometimes forget to tell that to ourselves. And that little girl inside of you, or boy, is always, always listening. So you just have to, tell yourself that no matter what, I'm here with you. I love you. You are loved. Just jealousy, sometimes we look at something, we're coming from a place of lack. So you have to ask yourself, what is it that person has? And social media today, it's a whole facade. So social media can be a big facade, and a lot of it's fake. Okay, I call it a lot of it. Okay, a lot of it's fake. So if somebody you watch is triggering you, just unfollow them or block them, because obviously you're not getting good vibes from it. Or if it's a friend, I don't know what. I try not to get jealous. I don't have that anymore as much, thankfully. I used to. It was something I had to work through. We're human, we all. But for the past 2 or 3 years, I've been pretty good at just not comparing my life to others. Let go. There are soul cutting exercises. There's a woman on YouTube.
Are you going to recommend her?
Yeah, she's no. There's soul cutting. Just put cord cutting exercises. There's exercises you can do to cut the cord off, and you can do the Ho'oponopono, where you send them love from a distance. And if it's meant to be, they'll come back. If it's meant to be, they'll come back. If it's not, you can still love them. You don't so there is a cord cutting exercise as well. Sometimes we do miss people, but we just kind of know they're not good for us. Um, is he doing better, love? Is do you want to give him the black seed?
Yeah.
No black seed.
No black seed.
No black seed oil? Okay, a little bit. What gives you the anxiety? Like social anxiety, my dear? Or they do say when we are intimate with somebody, there's cord cutting exercises um, that and you can cut those cords and release it with love. Not like there's a few breath work is great. I remember my teacher, I'm a little rusty. There was a mineral that was associated with social anxiety. And I'd have to go in my book. I'm a little rusty. I haven't been to my online classes in months now. I was just taking a break because I'm gonna get pregnant. But either it was magnesium or silica, or it wasn't I can definitely look it up. I don't remember. That's the thing, my love. I don't remember exactly. I'd have to go to my book and check. Um, you can do tapping. There is a homeopathic called bio. Let me type it in. It's for anxiety. I sometimes take it. But I don't know if you can get it in the U.S. Let me just write it down for you. Make an ebook. I think I might. Yeah. Comment. It's called. But let me go get the bottle. 1 second. Let me get the bottle. Okay, this is a homeopathic. It has different strains of magnesium. It's for anxiety. It has I don't know much about homeopathic, but it does have 3 types of magnesium and some other. I don't know if you can get it in the U.S. I live in a country where you can get walk into any pharmacy and get whatever your little heart desires, except for things that people could get addicted to. Then you would need a doctor's. But other than that, it's called It's German, Biofungin. Biofungin. That's the name. It's homeopathic. It's homeopathic. And it's pretty amazing. It's for your nervous system. And it's supposed to help. Other than that, breath work, or sometimes just like this is right here is a relaxing point in Chinese medicine. You can just kind of like do this. There are like sometimes our fingers have acupuncture points in them, touching them, taking deep breaths. Is he gonna be okay, love? Do you want to give him some black seed oil?
I can't do it by myself. When you're done, you do.
Okay. It's glitching. Is it still glitching?
No, it's all. Which is glitching?
My TikTok is glitching.
No, it's not.
Okay, so what is your old Instagram name? I don't have an old Instagram anymore. Hopefully I will soon, but the new one is Abi Energy .22. Everybody, if you guys can give it some love later. They took away my other account. So hopefully, how to reduce puffy like eye bags. And so your eye bags are actually related to here, like behind your neck. So one thing you'd want to do is just start relaxing here, this area. Relaxing these muscles here. Yeah. For eye bags, I'm gonna do a video. Some people say putting cold pressed raw potato helps. I don't know much about that. if it helps or see, but definitely massaging. You want to get that fluid out. Now, if your eye bags are very pronounced, it could be, if they come and go, then that's water retention. If they're not coming and going, then that might be fat pads, and that you can't get rid of unless you do surgery. And the doctor just kind of gets them out. Dry. Are you talking about like you have flakes on your skin? Eye bags are related to Chinese medicine. Your kidneys are more eye bags. Yellowing of the eye is liver. Bags is kidneys. Other things for liver. A lot of anger. You're snappy. The 11 lines, they say that is liver issues. Dark could be so many things. It could be allergies, it could be sinus, it could be tense muscle, so there's less blood flow, it could be low iron. So it really, or it could be a little bit of everything. But the first thing you'd want to do is break up these muscles to allow blood. Blood brings nourishing. I don't know about your iron. Do you have sinus issues? If the sinuses are clogged, again, there's less blood flow up there. How do you know if you have mold in your sinuses and lungs and what to do? So the testing is quite expensive, but most likely if you lived in mold, then you will have mold. Like I never really had this stuffy nose syndrome until I was really living in mold. That was a mosquito. So what to do? You can take binders like apple pectin and get in a sauna, use castor oil. That is the slow method. It's the cheapest method. There's companies that do sell mold detox kits that have they're going to be a little pricey, but your health is your wealth. That will be Cellcore. And again, I'm not affiliated with these people in any way, shape, or form. I used to be with Cellcore. I haven't renewed my application, so I'm not anymore, but they're very good. So here's one thing. If you just want a quick blueprint, and most of this is going to be free, but it's going to require you to take some time out of your life and put that little person inside of you, that little boy or girl ahead. I would get a pen and paper. First thing in the morning when you wake up, do not go for your phone. Do not go for your phone. Do not go for your phone. Go get outside, open a window, get some sunlight, do some stretches, have a tall glass of water. You can spruce up your water, add a dash of sea salt, cayenne pepper. I do electrolytes and fiber powder. That is on you. What you want to do to your water, maybe have some tea in the morning. There's different teas have different benefits, but do not go to your phone first thing. Just have a moment with yourself. Bless the day that you're alive, another day. Give gratitude that you're alive for another day. Get outside, get some sun. If you have a backyard, connect your feet to the earth. Literally, the best thing you can do for your body. They have done studies where they take a human being before and after. So the earth has magnetic frequencies. They're called the Schumann resonance. And when we're surrounded by, let me just show you. When we're surrounded by this all day long and Wi-Fi, we're like, woo, woo, woo. So these man-made, the body, it's a lot, okay? If you could see it, it would be like webs, like you're just in a web of and it's constantly at you all day long. So yeah, so when you connect your feet to the barefoot ground, you actually connect to the earth's Schumann resonance. These frequencies actually bring down your inflammation. The electromagnetic fields actually relax you. That's why we say relax, lay down, calm down. You can hug a tree. The tree is a living energy. That's number one. Do some stretches. look up the Big Six on YouTube. He's great. Learn it, do it. You just kind of go like this. You open up here. You learn how to get your lymph moving. Your lymph is like your sewer system. If that is stagnant, it needs manual movement for it to. Yes, definitely. So afterwards, the best diet, honestly, is one word diet foods. What does that mean? Beans, spinach, onions. Cooking is your best bet. But I know we live in a world where we got to get up and go to work. I lived in the US. I know how it can get. So what you're gonna do is get the crock pot out. The crock pot is your best friend. You're gonna go to Google, find crock pot paleo recipes. Crock pot paleo recipes. For the week, a lot of these fruits and vegetables are gonna be super cheap too. The meat might be expensive, but beans and fruit and vegetables, very cheap. You're gonna throw it in there, turn it on. You have a big nurturing meal. Maybe save some in glass jars, put it away in the freezer so you have lunch on hand, dinner on hand for the days you don't feel like cooking. How long? They say 20 minutes. If it's cold, it's not best because cold is not good for your kidneys. So right now, winter time, then just get the sunlight. Open up your window, let that sunlight, morning sunlight on your eyes. I try to like take a few deep breaths when that happens. Like I inhale for 4, exhale for 4, have an affirmation. Will there be a cookbook soon? I hope. My main priority is trying to get pregnant right now. And so let's see what happens. Let's see. Hopefully I get my account back and I will have like a highlight on IG with cooking soon. If not, I can do it on the other account. The Big Six on YouTube. You want to try to hydrate with electrolytes. So your teas will have a lot of electrolytes. Some of the best teas you can put in your body are nettle tea. Nettle tea, if you have histamine, allergies, runny nose, stuffy nose, you've lived in mold, you got the sinus issue, nettle tea, or another name is stinging nettle, will be your best friend. Try to get it on Esty, support small businesses, and try to get it not in the tea bags, okay? Love, did you guys fix the pipes, the water?
Yeah.
Now, I'm trying to get pregnant, so I add a few other things to my tea. The other thing, if you're really sick, you can look up the onion drink. Again, I was going to say it's on my Instagram. I will repost it, okay? Does nettle tea, no, that nettle tea is not estrogenic. Some teas are, nettle tea is not. It was a red onion drink. If you DM my Instagram later, I will send you the recipe. Please follow there. I right now I'm doing juju berries. Juju berries, they're Chinese berries and they nourish your blood. They cleanse out your blood, but they nourish your womb to, so women drink them when they're trying to get pregnant or for postpartum, especially when postpartum hair loss. And I add in nettle, a little bit of nettle to it, and a little bit of star anise. It's again, do you guys want to go see? Let's go take a look at the herbs. So these are all at your local grocery store. There will be in the spice aisle. Juju berries. They're dried berries and you boil them. Any advice to help with? How old are you? How old are you? Is my first question. If you're in your 40s, it's actually sometimes normal. So I try to keep my herbs out, so I use them. These are all my teas in this basket, but these are juju berries. I don't know where you get them. Okay, that is not good. You're very young. You should not be. Are you on birth control, my dear? Are you on birth control? So you just add them to water and you boil them. They're really delicious. That's number 1. And I add in this is stinging nettle. Now, some of it is like, but I add in,
What is that?
do you know what they're called in Urdu? What are the juju berries called in Urdu? I have no idea. Right now I'm doing this. They're called Loganberry, and I do the Jujuberry. Again, this is for my fertility, so that's what I'm doing. But just, this is my morning where I'm doing a shot of coconut, a tablespoon for the fungus as well. That's helpful. So if I have it out, I'm most likely to use it. I do want to take some Shilajit later, so let me take this with me back there. You have PCOS. PCOS, number one, you want fiber. Very, very important. Myo-inositol. If you want to do a one-on-one, if you have blood work, let's do one. If not, if you can't afford it, I definitely understand. DM my Instagram, follow me there, and I will send you a little guide. But fiber is really important. If you don't have time to do fiber, because not everybody can eat beans every day, all you're gonna do is go to the store and get apple pectin. And before, let's say you have insulin resistance, which a lot of times when you have PCOS, you do. Before a meal, how many people here, I don't want to ever talk badly about a company. I'm not trying to talk badly about a company. I'm sure their company's great, but it's just super overpriced. I've seen that like fiber packets that they sell. I don't even want to say the name because then, it's not that I'm talking bad, but not everybody can afford $200 a month for fiber. But basically, before your meals, you can take a tiny cup, add some water, apple pectin. Yeah, apple pectin and fiber is a powder. Yep, is a wonderful fiber, Cynthia. I was going to say apple pectin, and maybe 2 or 3 drops of apple cider vinegar. If you have that before your meals, my dear, it will not allow the insulin to shoot up. So you want to first control that. That is, you want to put out the fire, and that's the first fire. You need to build muscle. You can do castor oil packs. You definitely, if you want to look into B vitamins, are very important. I would say add a nettle tea daily if you can for a little while. Nettle tea, spearmint tea. Spearmint tea is great as well. People with PCOS could benefit from taking pumpkin seed oil. I'm going to take my Shilajit right now. Is PCOS high testosterone? It can be. It basically is high androgens. So it can be high estrogen, but estrogen is so damaging to the body that the body then converts it to testosterone because testosterone has less side effects because your body's always trying to keep you alive. Does that make sense? So no plastic is a big thing too. I am not a fan, Jennifer. I never, even before I knew anything about health and wellness, it never resonated. I mean, think about it. Your menstruation is a time to purge and release the old, basically your uterus lining. So if you didn't, if you didn't get pregnant, it's the old lining that sheds. That's what your period is. It's the old lining of your uterus. Taking birth control, you're not releasing that. So where are those the hormones start to hormones, the definition is communication between cells. That starts to break down. The other thing with birth control is it depletes certain minerals from your body, magnesium, it depletes B vitamins, some B vitamins are made in your gut. So I think the side effects are they're just not worth it to me. And I never resonated with that. Never, ever, ever. Nettle tea is good for histamine. So allergies, histamine, if you lived in mold, if you are very sensitive to dust or just stuffy nose, one of the best things you can take is nettle tea. Mast cells, some people when they had the C word after they got the virus and they have long haul symptoms. Wishing you a blessed day. Yeah, I do that for the candida, definitely. Now you can add a little bit of cinnamon or clove oil if you have candida. 2 drops of clove oil would be helpful as well, and that will start to get some of that fungus out. Oh, that is so cool. So your mom was into that. That I wish my mom did those things. No, she would. Yeah, she didn't know much about herbs, even though her mother would only take herbs, but she never got that gift. Yeah, she still takes a ton of weird pills. I don't know, but somehow she's not getting better. So the pills aren't fixing the issue. It's been 40 years. What's going on? Anything for autoimmune. Autoimmune, the definition is body attacking itself. So if the body's attacking the pancreas, we call it diabetes. If the body's attacking the nervous system, they might call it MS. So there's different forms of autoimmune. You have to bring down the inflammation. There might be, and there's different layers of inflammation. There's trauma inflammation that doesn't leave your body. There's then like physical, maybe you were on a ton of antibiotics, maybe you were on a lot of birth control pills, and then there's like you just lived in mold, you don't have enough nutrients, American diet. So we now have to go in and help your body that, and we do that through diet. I meant paleo crock-pot recipes, great. Get the fiber in, the apple pectin fiber, wonderful. Fiber is like a sponge that binds to the crap in your body, helps you push it out. Push it out, because when the liver breaks down or slows down, that pathway is no longer, and it's getting reabsorbed into the system. And your bucket of oh crap is overflowing. That's one thing. Now, for 90 days, one could look into taking systematic enzymes. Enzymes are proteins that our body's supposed to make. But as we get older or if we're sick, that function doesn't happen. So just look into systematic enzymes, autoimmune, and go down that rabbit hole. You would take it at night on an empty stomach. During the day, you would want to take something like Shilajit. You have to nurture your body. The food supply is crappy. And the other things that I said, taking a walk, getting sunlight, and grounding. And prayer and just do this. And Donna, it's a journey that there's a mosquito love behind you. Sorry, the mosquitoes, we're a little freaked out because they have this really bad disease right now they're carrying, and people are, it's called dengue, and it's a really bad virus, and he's up there, the mosquito. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, it's not turning
Turn
on.
it on, man.
It's not
Just give it
turning
to
on,
me.
it's not charged.
Yeah, right.
Okay. How do you take that at night? UVE had dinner. UVE. What is UVE?
UF.
You what?
UF. UF. You have. It's a short of you have.
Oh, you have. Oh my God, I'm not. So my old Instagram account was taken down. My love, you will have to find me on the new one. And you will DM me there and I will answer today or tomorrow. My son's a little sick. I might not, but I definitely respond to, even when I had over half a million followers, I was always active. Hopefully I do get my old account back, but in the meantime, I have a backup account that you can DM me there. Okay, and then I'll send you the guide. So this is, and then if you can get in a sauna, take walks, it's
Got it.
TSH. What's your TSH? I like TSH to be between any, so my TSH was 2.5, which is optimal. I like it to be at 2.2. When I lived in mold, it jumped to 3.7. They said that's normal. I was like, well, that's not optimal. They're like, but it's still good. I'm like, no, it's not. But I was able to bring it from 3.7 to 3.1, 3.2 within 3 months. And again, it
There's
was
comments here too. Just
fiber is so great. Hi, Andrea. Thoughts on raw honey? Bee pollen is more superior, or bee propolis. But raw honey is great too. Raw honey is great. Just try to get it from a local farm. Some of the honey can be iffy. It could be mixed with corn syrup. Do I oil pull? I love oil pulling. Oil pulling is amazing. Yes, and one thing, everybody on here, get yourself a tongue scraper. Get yourself a tongue scraper and oil pull. And if you have dental issues like me, what you're gonna do is to your coconut oil, you can put it in the microwave for a little bit. You know what? Actually, I've been doing that. And can you go get me the texture? What I did is I put my coconut oil in the sun, and then I put the xylitol in there. But if you decide to get, I also have this guide on my Instagram. If you decide to get the xylitol, try to put it through a blender and try to break down the powder. You want it really fine. But so this is my oil pulling. It's just coconut and xylitol. Xylitol, maybe you've seen those fancy toothpaste. They're like $20 with xylitol. Sometimes gum has xylitol. Xylitol is antibacterial. It basically coats your teeth so the bacteria can't poop and their acid gets in there. So it protects your teeth. After you brush, you want to oil pull with that and always throw it in the trash or the toilet because it can clog your sinks. Is white rice okay to eat? White rice, believe it or not, there's a test where you cook your rice and you can warm it up the next day and the glycemic index comes down. So just know that white rice will have a high glycemic index. So what does that mean? It means it shoots up your blood sugar really high, but there's tricks like your bread. If you buy it and you freeze it, that bread has a lower glycemic index as with rice. But if you're gonna do something carb heavy like that, I am not about restricting your food. Just be a little smart with how you eat your food. Do the apple pectin. Take some water. Do a teaspoon of half a teaspoon of apple pectin, 2 or 3 drops of apple cider vinegar, and you just put it in your you just drink it, and that fiber. I wish I could show you what apple pectin, it kind of like becomes like a big jelly. That fiber won't allow that blood sugar to spike really fast in your blood. So it'll be more stable. Oh, so yours is a little low. So you probably have like cold hands and feet, a little bit cold hands and feet. 1.6 is a little low. What are your thoughts on? You know, I don't know much. Andrea, I believe in balance in all areas of your life. Beans have lots of benefits. So I don't like to follow people who are very extreme in their views. You can only eat fruits or eat that, or this is bad or that's bad. Everything in moderation has benefits. Like, yes, tomatoes can be bad with somebody with thyroid, but once in a while, if you properly cook your tomatoes, it's fine. So I kind of I like him, but I don't agree with him. And you don't have to agree. You can agree with see what resonates with you, but to say like beans are bad because they're super high in lectins, beans have a lot of great fiber in them, and if you just properly prepare your beans, you can bring down the lectins. My everything was Abi Energy 22 across everything: Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram. That account got taken down. Hopefully, by the grace of God, I get it back. So that name is no longer in use. So I have Abi Energy .22. Now, when I put that name in, there's about another account that was impersonating
Those are
me.
fake. They're not
So
verified.
yeah, they're not verified. I got. May I ask the coupon code for Shilajit? Abi Energy.
No, just go. There is a sale.
Abi Energy
There's
10.
a-
There's a sale. There's a sale right now. It's November 1st. That's what I want to talk about. There is a sale. It's a big sale, especially for our. Just look for organic, love. Just organic apple pectin. What pumpkin seed oil do you recommend? I don't have a brand. Just look for cold pressed organic and try to read the reviews. If you go on Amazon, make sure that brand actually sells on Amazon and you're not getting a fake version. Is it 1 cup of water, an apple packet, and 2 drops? Half a cup. As long as it's just about getting that fiber. So half a cup, and try with half a teaspoon. I don't have a brand of apple pectin. No, I just look for organic. It has to be organic. So, how many people here are taking Shilajit? I have heard of that. I haven't used it myself, so I don't have an opinion, but definitely worth trying. There would be no harm in that at all. We are having our first flash sale. Can you please let me in on how you're feeling, if you're feeling anything, if you're not? How you soak them overnight, Cynthia, and then you pressure cook them. Now, there's about one company that does it in cans. It's called Jovial, and they are properly prepared. Where can I go to get Shilajit? Ours is so, like anything. How I've been talking about Shilajit now for 5-6 years, since I've been taking it for almost 10, and it's become super popular. I know it can get very wow, what's going on? But there's different grade levels of Shilajit. There's grade A, grade B, grade A, grade B, grade C. Ours is grade A, meaning higher up, 16,000 feet above elevation. So the higher up is cleaner, it's pure, there's more oxygen, more sunlight, very little heavy metals, maybe zero. Is your sale for new customers?
Yes.
Yes.
It's 40 up to 40% off.
Up to 40% off?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, go on the website. More energy, lost weight, nails growing. Yay, that is awesome. How much weight? Love taking Shilajit. Are you taking Zor Shilajit? Kelp? So most Shilajit you will see on the market is grade C, which is lower on the mountain range, and that will have poop in it. I'm not trying to poop on any company specifically, but I just know, being in the industry, and that's because the shepherds live up there, and I was up there this summer, so I will make a video of the footage, and their goats and lambs roam around there. The other thing is, a lot of the Shilajit you will see is like that liquid form. The Abi Energy 22, www.abienergy22. Everything is my last name is Abby. Energy, because you need energy for anything. 19 pounds, that is awesome. And 22 was just it was a special number to me. Love it. Been taking it for a year. Had amazing balancing effects. That is awesome. So ours is like the resin form. Okay, it's not that Now, if you were on a budget and you want to turn this into that caramel, you could definitely add this to a little cosmetic glass jar and add a tablespoon of water, and you would get that caramel paste. Hopefully I do get it back by the grace of God. In the meantime, I have a new one, because I know I love connecting with y'all on my DMs. I've been on it for a year. That is awesome. So I'm gonna take some right now. You do not want to start taking that much. Basil seeds are way better than chia seeds in that they have more fiber and more nutrients. Zero lectins. Lectins basically bind to the B vitamins in your gut. So yeah, basil seeds are a little more superior, and that's what I do. I don't do chia seeds. I always like to explain the why, right? It's good to know the why something is better, and basil seeds are just a little better. You can refrigerate the Shilajit if it gets too hard. Then keep it out at room temperature, or you even when it's like when it's almost done, you can flatten this, keep it in the freezer, and break off a piece, and just roll it between your fingers. I'm gonna take mine. Cheers to health and trying to beat. I'm gonna say, give my body a shot to not degrade as fast as everybody else is degrading, because it's the best I can do in today's world with our crubby food, our air supply, our water supply, the amount of crap that's being sprayed in the air, put in our water, the amount of, the food supply. I can give my body a fighting chance with this. Um, how do I go to your website? www.abienergy.com, abienergy22.com, or you can, it's in link in bio. Amen. Thank you. So chia seeds just have more lectins. Lectins are found in certain foods. They bind to the B vitamins in your gut. They're kind of like gluten. You know how like some people are gluten free. Lectins can be an issue if you have joint pain, if you have gut issues. So basil seeds, they almost look identical. They're very not different, but they have zero lectins. They have a little bit more fiber and they're more nutrient dense. That's all I kind of help with IBS. So here's the thing. I too had IBS. I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of it is nervous system regulation. Um, Amen. A lot of it is nervous system regulation. Um, if you're trying to do the diet and it's not helping, because I will tell you something. On Sunday, when I woke up to the news that they suspended and to go down my account permanently, I ran to the bathroom and my IBS flared up. And since then, I haven't, it's getting better, but I'm in fight or flight. So my question to you is, my dear, are you in fight or flight? Are you overwhelmed? Or, like my diet hasn't changed, but Sade, I love that name. I love Sade. They said that I was the wrong age, and then they were like, upload your passport. I was like, okay, great. I'm just gonna upload my passport. And then it was like permanently, I think I wasn't, it's just like a glitch in their system. Yeah. So sometimes your gut is like your second brain. You have to learn to relax it. And one of the best things you can do, if you just have 10 minutes a day, yeah, so I've been in fight or flight since then. I'm kind of been like really upset, and I've been anxious and try to look, but qigong, it's spelled Qigung. Just look up uh qigong for beginners or IBS. There are YouTube videos for 10 minutes. And you just need to balance that nervous system. It may take a few days. Now there's a point right here. It's called PT36. It's called SP36. Your stomach point, stimulate it. Mine is tense right now. You want to stimulate that and just kind of take deep breaths. It's about resetting your nervous system. It's about being very mindful, taking your time, brushing your teeth, like trying to like slow down. We're not being chased by an animal. I know, my love, that we felt we grew up in a household where we maybe didn't feel safe, or you're in a relationship where maybe you didn't feel safe, but that time's behind us. So now we just kind of need to like and I was fine. And I'm telling you, IBS is a lot, 90% of the times it's a mental thing, because I used to have it, I cured it, and as soon as something goes a little haywire in my life, like my account being taken away, it was a big deal for me. I worked very hard. I had many, many clients, years of DMs on there. My IBS flared up, and now I just kind of need to reset my system. Sometimes it can be a sudden death in the family, or everybody has those things. I want to order Shilajit. How can I? Suma, you go to our website, Abi Energy 22. It's the link in the bio. Qigong. I'm going to write it down right now. And so please follow me on YouTube as well. Now that we kind of moved and we're no longer living in mold, would you like me, so basil seeds, yes, they're a little more superior. Now that we're living, I no longer live in mold, I have a little bit of more energy. Would you like me to do some vlogs of my morning routine? Maybe they might help inspire you. I definitely don't want to, you know, uh, but where I do my morning stretches, everything is always under 20 minutes, maybe like a 10-minute vlog. What's the name on Instagram? Abi Energy .22. It used to be Abi Energy 20. Yes, bless your food always. Bless your food. Okay, so I'm gonna start doing vlogs, and I want to start bringing some meditation, some quick five. I know a lot of us you're busy, I'm busy. We don't have a lot of times to do 20, 30-minute meditations. So I try to just do like 2-minute little nervous system reset exercises, and we will start to do that. Hopefully we'll get it up in the next few weeks.
What?
The morning vlogs, like when I go outside and get the morning sun for the first 15 minutes of my morning, like my routine that I jam pack as much as I can.
We wake up at 11 a.m.
Yeah. So, okay, I will definitely do that. So yes, we have a sale. Before I leave, how many thoughts on good food supplements for the heart? Thoughts. So I know vitamin K2 is wonderful for your heart to open up the arteries. The best food form would be natto, Natto. It's a fermented soybean powder. It's amazing. If you have arthritis, if you have osteoporosis, it's something you definitely want in your and you can go to a Japanese grocery store and buy it. It's not the best smelling or tasting thing. Abi Energy 10, yes. Or you can get it powder form. No. The sale is live. If they buy one, is the sale live too?
We have a sale. It's 40% off. They can just go there.
Everything is 40% off?
If they up to 40% off. So if
Okay.
they buy 3, they get 15% off. If they buy 5, they get 25% off. And if they buy 7, they get
Okay, but the first
40%.
times who just want to buy one, they can use that
They
code.
can use
Yeah,
Energy.
if you're buying one, Mercy, for our customers, because we have a lot of customers who buy 4, 5, or 6 at a time, so we did a big sale for them. But for our first time buyers, definitely use that code. Anxiety separation, my dear, look on Perfect Supplements. Go on their website, type in kids. They will have one to calm the nervous system, and try that. Is it happening a lot? How old is your child? I think you said 4 or 5. Is that Shilajit? Eat if you buy 7, you can get. Yep. Is that the Shilajit? Eat? Yes, definitely. Oh no. Natto. Natto, my love. Natto is wonderful. Frozen. I missed the code. Abi Energy 10. ABI Energy 10. Go onto Perfect Supplements for your child. There's one, he doesn't want to go to school. Go onto Perfect Supplements, and there's one that is for calming the nervous system, and look into that. And you can use code Abi Energy, ABI Energy 10. Is there a code for no? The code for 40% off is for our
There's
loyal
no code,
customers.
just go-
There's no code. It's just there on the sale. It's there on the sale.
There's no code. They can just select a number.
Heal by Walter Lass is a good book, except the book itself retails for $40, and somehow online used it was like $900. Don't ask me why, but yeah, but it's a very good book. If you can get your hands on it, it's definitely a good book. The max is 40% off. Yes, the max is 40% off. Before I leave, could you guys please, again, anybody new, let me know how you're feeling on Zor Shilajit. Tell me everything, the good, the bad. Yeah. What's the Heal by Walter Last? Walter Last. There's another one, but it's mostly just about homeopathic, and that would be very hard to find homeopathic. Let me ask my mentor. She would know. She has, I know when she passes away, I'm going to inherit all her books, and she has over thousands of books that they don't even make anymore. Like, they just don't. For you, let me just type this in. Hold on.
What?
For her child, my love. Okay, there you go. There's a verification code. What are you doing?
Not.
Yes, we have so many UK, Australia customers, a lot of UK. I'm 22 weeks pregnant. My heart is being funky. Just curious. Oh, you're having like heart palpitations? Yeah, look into magnesium. I didn't know you were pregnant. So definitely Jarrow is a good magnesium, Jarrow, magnesium. But go to the doctor and make sure you don't have what was that? Preeclampsia. So what I did, because that, I don't know how old you are, but it's definitely a thing, especially if you're older and pregnant. I did a little bit of aspirin that would thin out the blood at the time when I was pregnant. But definitely go look and make sure that you don't have preeclampsia, because that is not something you want to mess with. Do you answer the questions about classes and books? It's glitching. Yes, there was Heal by Walter Last. Heal by Walter Last. For you, it might be something, Serena, as simple. I want you to understand when your baby's growing, it needs minerals and nutrients to grow, number one. If it doesn't get that because mommy doesn't have anything, then baby, it will start to take it from wherever it can. And sometimes that's why women, their teeth will start to fall out when they're pregnant, because it will start to take it from their bones, their teeth. So taking something like a good prenatal, it's very important. Not all of them are good. Some are good and some are bad, but definitely magnesium is super safe. That will help relax your muscles. That is very when you're pregnant. And a prenatal, I like Thorne is a wonderful company. They're third party lab tested, but just make sure that's not preeclampsia. My ferritin is 12. 12 is pretty low. There is a supplement by Thorne called for ferritin specifically. I would definitely do Shilajit. I would do beef powder as well, or eat beef liver. If you enjoy eating beef liver, start eating beef liver. Just make sure that you have some vitamin C afterwards, or some vitamin C foods. Yeah, so your teeth have been so sore. So you were probably deficient. So my one of my teachers, he's no longer with us. He was a scientist, Dr. Paul Eck. He would term babies born in the 80s. It keeps freezing. Is it freezing?
No.
He would term babies born in the 80s onwards as burnout babies. Burnt out babies. What does that mean? The moms were burnt out. They didn't have enough minerals and nutrients, so they were giving birth to burnout babies. Everybody's saying it's choppy, is it? Are you on there?
No.
Okay. Yeah, they're all saying it's choppy. Okay, let me see right here. Is this better? Is this better?
What do you mean it's better? Okay.
No, because it did. It helped last time.
Hold on. Just don't do that.
What? Is this still glitching?
Just wait, I'm doing something.
Okay,
Just put it
it's
back
better
in.
now. Okay, they said it's better.
One.
It's lagging still. Is it better? No? It's quite glitching on YouTube too. It's better now, they say. Okay. So my teacher said babies born, he said 80s and onward, he would coin them as burnout babies, because the moms were burnt out. So if your mommy doesn't have the nutrients, she can't give baby the nutrients. But the baby will grow no matter what. So it will take where it can from your bones, from your teeth. And heart palpitation is a big sign of sometimes magnesium, potassium deficiencies, electrolyte deficiencies. So for you, my dear, who's pregnant, also start just getting a dash of sea salt in your water. sea salt in your water, and that will be helpful. ADHD, I have a little guide on my Instagram. DM me there, follow me there, and DM me, and I'll send you the little guide. It has a little meditation. I'm also a little neurodivergent, so I feel like when you're a little I don't. Bio is under your name, so under your username, but you can just go to our website. Let me. 1 second. I didn't want to pin this comment. Oh. There we go. So ferritin, do you like eating beef liver, my dear? For ferritin, do you like eating beef liver? With blockages, you can definitely look into natto. It's safe. Natto, Natto, and it's safe. Matcha's great. It's better than coffee. It is high in caffeine, but it's great. It's wonderful. I have it. I don't really like the taste as much, so I don't have it as often. It can definitely, but if you found a clogged artery, that's not something you want to mess with, but you're pregnant too, so you can't take some supplements. Natto, regardless, is wonderful. It's very nutrient dense, and it's a fermented soybean powder. In children, first you have to make sure they're not getting any of those weird food dyes in their diet. None of that packaged stuff. None of that packaged stuff. Thoughts on chaga instead of coffee? Chagas, anything is, the caffeine today does have a lot of mold unless you buy from a really good company. So if you don't need to drink coffee, then don't drink it. Chaga is way more beneficial. For protocol for ADHD, some people, I would look for your child. Go on Perfect Supplements. They have one for calming the brain. Just type in kids. You can use my code Abi Energy. Read the reviews. See what you like. The other thing is you can get medicinal mushrooms. They do have the powder. There's a company called Crucial 4, and they have a powder. The problem is it doesn't taste good, so you would have to maybe add some honey to it or some chocolate powder and just kind of give it a good taste. But for your kids, regardless, you want to do gelatin gummy bears or Jello. Get grass-fed Jello. Perfect Supplements is a wonderful company. They're kosher, grass-fed. The cows are from Brazil, not grazing on glyphosate. And the kids will love that, but it will nourish their guts. It will nourish their livers. The YouTube is kind of, so arrowroot. We're talking about just arrowroot powder that you can get at the grocery store, Spencer. And for kids, you can just kind of sprinkle it on their food and kind of get it nutrient dense. It's from a root vegetable from Peru, I believe. But in third world countries, the people mothers who couldn't afford formula, they would give their babies arrowroot powder. So it's the website Crucial 4 for the mushrooms. I'm not affiliated with them, but it's Crucial 4. Love everybody saying it's glitchy. What's going on? Huh? Is it because too many people are on the Wi-Fi right now?
No, I told you. No, they're not.
Okay. That's where you can get the mushroom drink. It's all mushrooms. No, that is where you get the salt. The mushrooms is from. You know what? DM my Instagram, and I will find it. I don't get Four Sigmatic. They have a lot of fillers in theirs. I know that. This company was a small Canadian company off of a farm, and theirs was really, it was very strong, the taste. So you might want to spruce it up a little bit, but DM my Instagram and I can send it to you. That wasn't the name. I have to find it again. Okay, I see a lot of people are, I don't know if these are new customers or our older customers ordering. We will have a WhatsApp group for all our Zork customers where we can, dandelion root is wonderful for your liver and your kidneys. I love Cynthia. I drink it every day. Dandy blend. I love it. No, it doesn't help with ADHD specifically, my love, but it will get those nutrients in your child, the building blocks, those elements. We need those elements to help our bodies. And if we're not getting that, we're not going to feel optimal. For children, you also have to get good fat in their diet. Coconut oil, butter, ghee. Their brain is developing, their brain is a fat. So you really want it, like when it comes to my child's, I do sourdough toast. I got tablespoon of ghee. I drench it in. Their brain is developing and they need that fat. MCT oil. If you're gonna make them like hot cocoa, just add a few drops of that MCT oil. Kids need that fat. Arrowroot powder is wonderful. It's a very nutrient dense food. And our babies today, they're eating packaged crap, my son included. You know, he eats okay, 50-50, but where are they getting all those elements from? They're not. So we need to give them the best nutrients we can. And ghee is wonderful. Arrowroot is wonderful. I sometimes give my son magnesium. I definitely do that. I sometimes give him like, he has like, there's herbal solutions that they make here that I get him. They're like, but Perfect Supplements has those ones. Because the ones I'm getting right now, they're not available in the US. Yes, definitely. You sprinkle it on her food. That's what they use in third world countries when mothers couldn't afford formula. They would use arrowroot because that's how nutritious it is. It's really amazing. You can even sprinkle it on your food. It's actually used as a soup thickener. How do you take ghee? Will it clog my arteries or try? No, so ghee is a clarified butter. Fat is not what clogs your arteries. And the bad fat, the bad oils. Vegetable oil is not. Vegetable oil is just a fancy name for corn oil. I want you to understand the corn today is genetically modified. They extract it with petroleum. It's not real oil. Most of avocado oil is a newer oil. They don't really know if it's been mixed. You know, it's one of those newer oils. We don't really know much. But butter is high in vitamin A. No, so you can cook with it. I cook my eggs in it. I don't really take it by the spoonful. Palm oil, it has to be cold pressed. It's a little bit better. I think the best oils are coconut oil, olive oil for salad dressings. You don't want to cook, olive oil is not meant to be heated up very high. It's not a high smoking oil. So you don't want to like fry things in olive oil, but you definitely want to use olive oil for like salad dressings, cold press. Trader Joe's, believe it or not, has a good olive oil. No, I would not do that. For formula, there's a company. I've done my research because I was trying to get my son on formula. Unfortunately, he didn't want it, so I breastfed for 2 years. Um, there was a company. I did my research, which was called Kentmore. Was it called Kentmore? It was a British company. It was grass-fed cows. It was the best. The best closest to human milk is camel's milk. However, it tastes disgusting. I don't know what they were thinking. They might have a camel's milk formula. Kendamil. They might have so camel's milk, you can look this up, is the closest to human milk. But good luck trying to get your baby to drink it. Now they might have a formula that tastes a little bit better. Kendamil. Thank you. Kendamil is the one. It's been over 2 years. I haven't bought it, so I forgot the name. I did my research and they were the best. I think they're a UK company. Um, my son never wanted it, so I continued breastfeeding until he was 2, and that really took a toll. Living in mold and breastfeeding. If it wasn't for Shilajit, I would have broken down. Like there was no way. It was hard. I was living in mold. I was tired, and I breastfed until he was 2. Goat's milk is definitely also a second. There's goat's milk, but again, it will depend on your child. Sometimes the kids will not take it, but see what works. See if, good luck. Goat's milk, camel milk number 1, arrowroot, but just sprinkle it on their food. Who was that at the door, love? Huh?
No.
Okay. Can you take No, you can't. I would not, Serena. It has fulvic acid, humic acid. These are very cleansing or detoxing compounds, and it's not something you'd want to take. Shilajit is wonderful. Eating beef liver is wonderful for your iron, and taking vitamin C from like aceola cherry. Those are the 3 things. Now, you can take iron bisglycinate form as well. You can do molasses, but I was able to cure my chronic anemia with Shilajit. Anybody was able to cure their chronic anemia with Zor Shilajit? I'm a little curious. My niece had her baby induced. Oh, wow. God bless you. That is such a beautiful blessing. Serena, DM my Instagram. Follow me there. It's abienergy.22. That's my backup account for now. And DM me there, and I'll send you a little guide. Okay? Oh wow, wow. God bless you. How old is the baby? How do you enjoy it? I mean, that is the biggest gift you can give somebody is love. That is the biggest gift. And oh my gosh, they're so cute at 7 months. And look at you, you're just like so, such a good mom, like caretaker. Oh yeah, they're just they bring so much joy into. Yeah, I hope to have another one. Oh, how old are her brothers? You can get the arrowroot on their food as well. So Serena, they took away my other account. So if you did follow me, it's no longer, but hopefully I will get it back. In the meantime, I have a backup account there. Okay, so yeah, the 14-year-old, definitely in today's world, if they're online and they grew up with the standard American diet, they're gonna have issues. Uh, I took our Zor Shilajit, but I want to see if it helped anybody else. It helped me, but again, it's my supplement. So, I love it. I know the studies are there. You can look up the studies, but anybody else here was taking Zor Shilajit and it helped their chronic anemia. And please let us know what your numbers were, because it helped me after about a year and a half on it. I don't take it anymore every day. I don't feel the need to take it every day anymore, but definitely in the beginning I did a little tiny amount daily. Is he feeling better? Oh, yay. What's your website? abienergy22.com. Abi Energy 20, and we are having a sale. So please go up on there. For our first time customers, you can use code AbiEnergy10. For our regular customers who love it so much and always end up buying 3, we definitely have a sale for y'all. For the new year, stock up and give our life a fighting chance not to break down and feel like Rusty the Tin Man. Oh, sorry, that was my son. He's out of the room. He was on his little bike. He's out. Where is the website? Sophia, it's link in bio is my website, but reply. Uh, you are so blessed. I would love to sell on Amazon. My issue is, because we get grade A and we don't dilute our Shilajit down with water like most companies do, supply and demand. I don't know if I could keep up with demand, and then that doesn't fly on Amazon. You can't be like, well, I don't have enough. So, and I would never ever want to cut down on the product and the quality of the product. To me, the quality matters more than anything. So that is the only thing. Now, I don't know how we would keep up with supply and demand. We might, yeah, we've been looking into that and seeing if Amazon would allow us to have a set amount and not have to have like unlimited amounts. We're seeing. Yes, you can, my dear. Please follow me there, support the backup page and me. And I will definitely, if I don't answer today, I will definitely answer tomorrow. I will try to answer later today once my sun goes down, but I can't promise you. Yay, you guys found. I ordered two the last time, almost out. That is awesome. Anybody, but has it helped with anybody's anemia? I know it's helped with weight loss. I know it's helped with energy, libido. People's hairs and nails are growing. This hand, I was moving this whole month, so they were a little rough. But has it helped with anybody's anemia? Oh, so did you know that things on Amazon they say like currently unavailable and it's fine? You didn't know that? Well,
It's not fine.
it's not fine.
It goes down the algorithm. It just
Well, we'll see what we can do. Maybe that is something we will look into. I just don't want to. We'll see if I can get enough. That's the thing. Also during the winter time, people can't harvest Shilajit. You can't get it. It's frozen. The mountain tops are frozen. So getting it. The people go up there. It's between the months of I would say March, depending on the weather, to October.
no. August.
Till August? It stops in August?
Yeah, it's where they go. It's
Yeah.
like,
So that's the
no
other thing. When
growth.
companies are selling thousands and thousands of units, I'm like, that's not adding up. That is not adding up. How are you keeping up with supply and demand? So it must not be pure. Hi. Is it still lagging? Yes or no? Are you watching me,
It's
love?
not. Yeah, it's all good.
It's not lagging? Okay, we're gonna say a quick prayer and then we are gonna go. Asked her, but had to leave. Can you recommend anything to gain weight? I eat clean, no dairy, no gluten. To gain weight. Gaining weight, you would just want to add a lot of more healthy fats in your diet, avocados, olive oil, maybe just upping your so carbs and fat will definitely help you. Maybe I too was trying to gain weight at one point, so I would in the morning I would have a big extra piece of toast, sourdough, or in your case, gluten-free, and I would just drizzle it in olive oil. So that fat, but it might back you up. What about Shilajit capsules? So powdered Shilajit is the worst because so they basically cleanse it out. Whatever, every bit of it is weight. Some say it's worth its weight in gold. So they scrape it up, they dry it, they powder it up, and they sell it. I would not put that in my body. So I would not the greatest form either. Um, Sony, for postpartum hair loss, I had a DM. It was on my Instagram. Um, Abi Energy 10, Jess. ABI Energy 10. There was a few things. You want to take Shilajit, that helped me right away. You massage your scalp. You lost a lot of iron, you lost a lot of nutrients when you were giving birth. You want to build up that blood. So Shilajit is number one. The other thing you can do is get loganberry tea, Logan tea. Drink that every day and add in juju berries. Yes. No. Abi Energy 22 user. Sorry, 22, and the code is ABI, not ABI. Abby's my last name, ABI. So juju berries for the post. You want to drink that every day. That will also build up, and every day just start massaging your scalp. Like massage your scalp, so there's more blood flow nourishing your scalp. Thank you, Jess. Thank you for being on my live. Thank you for welcome to the community. We talk about all things health, wealth, mental, physical, emotional. It's a beautiful community that we've created here, and I love my community. And I also love my Instagram. I loved my Instagram followers because they were very engaged in the videos. And I know that TikTok doesn't really push out the videos as much, but they were very engaging community. So I hope that we'll see what happens. We're either build a new community up or we get the old one back. But I would be sad to lose a lot of those DMs that I had with clients and people sharing their stories. And sometimes I would go back, like I would get a story, like somebody would DM me and I would go back to our history and you could see it would go back to 2020. I had a baby at 4. Oh my God, congratulations. Did you have your baby naturally, Sony, or did you have IVF help? The hair, I love beef tallow as we actually used to have we're not in stock, we're sold out, but we have Hava cream, our cream, it's made with beef tallow as a base, and I love it. I actually have on some this morning. I put it on and it's nighttime, and I love it. It's definitely amazing, but we're sold out of the Hava right now until the new year. It's going to take some time. I was told I could never have a baby and I had Natch. Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy for you. That is so amazing. Do you have any other kids, or was this your first? Oh, it froze again? Congratulations. Do you have any other kids, or is this your first? Would you be willing to join Snapchat if you're not already? I don't see myself snapping. I know, I don't know how Snapchat works. No, I'm actually going to be doing, so if you guys want to follow my YouTube, I'm going to start doing more vlogs there. Just morning routine. Hopefully it can inspire you. But the whole snapping, I don't know how to do that. I don't think I would be good at that. This was my second. I was trying to get pregnant for 7 years. Oh my God, amen. I will do the vlogs. Emelina Salon. I will do YouTube. I will, now that we're out of the mold, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling, I might take you when I do my surgery for my ovaries. I'm going to be hopefully doing PRP. I have an 8-year age gap. I know somebody who had an 8-year age gap. I'm not, I want to tell, truth be told, I don't get online until later in the day. I have my clients during the day. But for my own mental health, I don't really get on here until my hours that I'm online is like 5 to 10. So I feel like it would be too much for me. I wish I was one of those people that was like, oh, look at what I'm eating. And I know maybe it does inspire you guys, but I just don't have that personality. Sometimes I would do Instagram stories. Okay, we're gonna say a quick prayer. I saw we will be sending out everybody who's bought Zor. We will send you out the WhatsApp community. So whenever we have questions, we can go there. We can talk about how we're feeling, what we're feeling on Zor. It will be a place. Also, I will be active in there. We can talk about freely, right? Is- Will there
It's
be
all
any
good.
censorship on
No,
WhatsApp?
no, it's encrypted. No.
Okay, so that will be awesome because it will be a place where we can safely discuss things, and it's going to be our little community, and I love it. So right now we're going to say a quick prayer, and I have to go. It's dinner time. So Lord, I ask you to help anybody on this live or anybody in the world today who's asking for your help and guidance. May you bless us with your love and power to become the best versions of ourselves, physically, mentally, emotionally. Release from our life what is holding us back from our highest good. Every thought, every emotion, every habit, every person, every food. Replace it with the highest form of love. And Lord, if you think my old account isn't my highest good, please remove the energy blocks and let me get it back. And if you don't, then please give me the strength to create a new one and hopefully reach the right people that will be part of a community of love and understanding. Amen. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you. I can't wait to hopefully connect with you. I will try to go live more often now that I'm more settled. I'm not in the mountains anymore. Um, but the mountains was beautiful. I wish you could be there. I do hopefully one day we'll have a retreat center where people can just come and heal and just connect to nature, God, nature. So thank you so much. Bye. Bye. Amen. Amen. Bye.